Welcome to another edition of Intuitive, Intuitive TV. I had to get the right sound. I don't think that's the right sound, but we're going to deal with it anyway. Peace, I'm the Hood Mystic, representing hoodmystic.com, colombianexchange.com, and of course, learnsidereal.com. Today we'll be talking about sidereal astrology. I got a lot of information to share, so I'm not going to really take my time with a lot of these things that I'm going to be presenting, because if I was to take my time with all of these things, I'd be probably doing an 8-hour video. However, I'm going to spitfire a lot of information at you. So the best way to handle videos like this is for you to take notes. If you're going to watch the video, the best thing to do for my particular content is to take notes. And I show y'all how I take notes, because I present information just based on note taking and just based on just understanding the cosmos. Okay. Another way for you to understand the cosmos, ironically enough, is to study yourself. And the best way to study yourself at a spiritual level is to activate your chakras. And there's a lot of books, and there's a lot of rigmarole, a lot of conversation in reference to the chakras. Should you wear red? Should you wear blue? Everybody want to activate their third eye and things of that nature. However, if you want to understand how to activate your chakras from the root chakra up, learn the exercises, learn the techniques, understand what it means to activate a chakra, live in that reality, well, you need to buy my book, Chakra Nova. All you got to do is Google it, Chakra Nova. It's available on Amazon, and it's available directly from me on my website, colombianexchange.com. Y'all already know the vibes. I'm going to promote my fucking shit, okay? I don't know what the fuck y'all think having 4 kids is like, but I'm going to tell you, it's crazy as hell. All right, so in reference to my 4 kids, let's get into this spiritual information. Tomorrow, Monday, May 30th, we have a new moon in Sidereal Taurus. Why are they saying that it's a new moon in Gemini, family? What's the reason for them saying that it's a new moon in Gemini? I have no idea. But if you want to see how they get their formulations versus how I get my formulations, please visit me over at learnsidereal.com. Click the classes button. I'll show y'all a little tutorial in a second on how to get the information on learnsidereal.com. Of course, it's $10 a month, $75 for the whole year. And oh yes, we do have that heart chakra lecture coming up soon. All right, so we're talking about a new moon in Taurus. And ironically enough, if you look on the map on the left, you can see that this new moon is conjunct the fixed star Aldebaran. So when you look at a new moon conjunct a fixed star such as Aldebaran, you have to look at it as like a key opening a door, right? And if you're able to open this door and understand and understand and overstand what's required of you as a spiritual being, then you'll understand these transits easy breezy, right? But if you're just hearing a bunch of cliches and a lot of, well, you just need to do this and you just need to do that. Oh, you need to go in the darkness and manifest and bring it into the light. Well, if you spend your whole time manifesting shit, right, then you're not doing it for the sake of it. So in reference to the point of this conversation and understanding your spiritual inheritance, you will want to understand your spiritual inheritance for the sake of it, not for an existential reason, not for you to get a nice car, not for you to manifest things. Because when you talk about Taurus energy and they talk about the physical realms, a lot of people get into the luxury of it all, the senses of it all. But me, I want to get into the real nitty gritty physical reality, that untapped physical reality. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, let me elucidate you to the point. And they playing with my little slideshow for sure. because I had a slide and I restarted my computer. They took that junk off. So let me add it back, because this is how I want to start off my conversation with you. This will be the basis of the conversation with you. And if I don't have this slide, it's gonna look crazy. All right. How y'all doing today? How y'all mama and them doing? Did y'all enjoy y'all holiday? Did y'all enjoy y'all kids, y'all baby daddies, y'all baby mamas, y'all in-laws, y'all in-loves? I don't like being called an in-law. You understand me? That's my mom in love. That's my dad in love. Ain't no in-law. We don't practice law. We practice love, right? Shout out to all the mothers in love, all the fathers in love. We killing that in-law shit for the rest of 2022, bleeding into 2023. I got a lot of information, but the basis of it is found in this word, netter, where you have netter, netteru, and nature. All synonymous terms, but for Western crazy ass people, we try to find the trick to it. Netter, the Egyptian word for God, by E.A. Wallace Budge. The common word given by the Egyptians to God and spirits of every kind, and being of all sorts and kinds and forms, which were supposed to possess any superhuman, supernatural power, was netter. I bestow upon you for clicking on this video, for vibing with me this one time on the 2 times, because you liked and shared the video. Only if you liked and shared the video, I bestow upon you for watching this video superhuman and supernatural powers. Hail Neteru. Hail nature. Okay? And the hieroglyph, which is used both as a determinative of this word and also as an ideograph, is a hatchet or whatever. Thus we have a hatchet or whatever. So the concept would be like the hatchet, which would be the power, or the human being possessing the power, right? Or a bunch of us tapping into our power. So you have the concept of God and us actually becoming gods, or me having a self-realization, or me having my whole YouTube channel realizing and we becoming the gods within ourselves. You understand what we formulating on the Hood Mystic platform? We real live American gods. Y'all understand that, right? Y'all understand that this channel is the biggest troll channel on the whole internet, fam. This is exclusive company. And why are we exclusive company? Because we are evolution, our humanity into full godship and collectively understanding it. And we're not keeping our foot off your fucking neck. We are gods and we are transforming into the beautiful butterflies. All right. Shout out to my goddesses. The common word for goddess is netert, which is either written. Sometimes the determinative word is a woman, and at others, a serpent. Shout out to my serpent goddesses. All they talking about, what are they talking about? Let me give you a Clint. Let me give you a hint. I said a Clint. Not a Clint Eastwood hood. A hint. Activating your chakras is activating your Kundalini. If you don't activate your Kundalini, you better take your ass back to church. You better fill out some goddamn applications. You better go back to your baby daddy and say that you was wrong and you need to come back home. Because if you don't activate your Kundalini within your spine and know how to actually do it, you don't activate your third eye and then say you activating your Kundalini. Check. Why are you so interested in activating your third eye and you haven't activated your fucking root chakra? That's like you wanting to go to the 7th grade. You ever read a 7th grade book when you was in kindergarten? You couldn't tell me that wasn't calculus or some shit that man, when I get to 7th grade, I'ma just drop out, because that shit is crazy that my older cousin be doing. I can't. You ever look at You ever been a little kid and had a family member in college and they pull out them goddamn college books? It just seemed unbearable of the amount of information for which a person have to undertake. But then when you actually get there, because you've progressed from the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth grade, once you get to ninth grade, it's not as hard as it would be if you just skipped from the first grade to the ninth grade just because you wanted to be advanced. What am I referencing? The analogy of the third eye activation. Caparoni and cheese. If anybody tell you, hey, I got a solution for you activating your third eye, caparoni and cheese. Because how do you just skip how do you skip all the chakras? Because, oh, the pineal gland, I be hearing niggas talk about that all the time, right? No, we talking about the whole entire structure. You don't build a house from the roof. Like, you absolutely need a foundation. You absolutely need a root. Because as you root, you are sustaining the life force energy of the earth and incorporate it in your everyday experience. So the God force energy is very simple. The only problem is y'all niggas just refuse to do it. Check. Refuse to do it. Want an easy way. All right. So as we bear witness to, I didn't make up the chart, y'all. I didn't create the chart. I didn't create the Star Walk app and say, no, the sun and the moon is actually in Gemini. Let me just get on my platform and lie to the people and tell them that there's a new moon in Gemini. I literally don't have the fucking time. I don't have the time to sit here and have a whole conversation about a new moon in Gemini where there is no fucking astrological proof. It's just a bunch of niggas lying. And let me just be clear, 12 sign astrology is to help you learn astrology. It's kindergarten. You never once heard a nigga, you went into your homeboy's house like, guess what, nigga? What's up, cuz? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, O, M, N, O, P. Nigga, let me harmonize with you. U-R-S-T-U-V.
That's nigga.
Right? They just, like, all of a sudden, right? You would never, that would never be the shit when you going over your homeboy's crib. We naturally progress in our conversation and our evolution. Except conscious niggas. Except conscious niggas. Conscious niggas want to talk about the same shit all the time, every time, right? So it's very important for me to elucidate Taurus energy. It's very important for me to elucidate Taurus energy. Because that's the energy of the times. The sun and the moon are locked in Taurus energy. And if you don't pay attention to this shit, you're just going to be a fucking slave. Because the elites, they practice sidereal astrology. End of fucking story. The constellations got 13 of them up there. Why, when I talk about my astrology, I'm only talking about 12? Nigga, if you owe me $6 and you told me you gave me $6 and I counted and it was 5, oh yeah, we got a fucking problem. Oh, hood, you petty, it's only $1. It's the principle. You said you gave me $6, but you only gave me 5. These conscious niggas want to give you 12 signs, but it's really 13, fam. Ask any astronomer, and I'm talking about along the ecliptic for which our planet rotates around. Our planet touches 13. Our suns and our planets and our galaxies operate in an order. And that order touches 13 constellations for which we reference the truth. Probably the only fucking website for which a nigga is telling y'all the truth. Probably the only nigga on YouTube telling y'all the truth consistently. These niggas can only tell y'all how to manifest. These niggas can't even tell y'all how to get a girl. Check. These niggas can't even tell you how to get some pussy. Check. And I'm gonna tell you, if you had some pussy, you wouldn't be talking all of this spiritual shit. You wouldn't be doing all this extra rigmarole. You'd be knee deep in some softy, gushy. But you don't have the skills and techniques because you listening to these niggas lie to you. But clear your mind, clear your heart, and clear your energy because the hood mystic is here. Taurus is a large and prominent constellation in the northern hemisphere's winter sky. It is one of the oldest constellations, dating back to at least the early Bronze Age, when it marked the location of the sun during the spring equinox. Technically, the star cluster of Pleiades is part of the constellation Taurus because of the overwhelming amount of star lore related to the Pleiades. We treat them separately. But in fact, Pleiades, Aldebaran, and all the stars associated with the constellation of Taurus just represents, for our human conceptual mind, we don't remember the age of Gemini. We just don't remember it. But we do remember the age of Taurus. We do remember the age of the Lamb, or the age of Aries. And we are knee deep in the center, in the end of the age of Pisces. Conscious niggas will get in front of you and say, it's the age of Aquarius. Ask them to tell you what are they talking about? Tell them to prove it. It is the age of Pisces because every time it's a spring equinox, the sun is in Pisces. And it's going to be like that until 2600, give or take. Like the year 2600, it'll be a spring equinox and the sun will be in Aquarius. Thus, we have entered into the Aquarian age. And we have not been in the Aquarian age since when? The Atlantean lore. And this is why Atlantean energy, because it's a big cycle of energies that we come in and out of. Million-year cycles, 100,000-year cycles, 24-hour-day cycles. Cycles none the fucking less. Okay? But with that being said, this is the primordial power energy for which you need to tap into right the fuck now. As I begin to elucidate this shit, because we all bear witness to God. We all pray to God, and some of us even say God ain't real. But if you can say God ain't real, then he must be real, or she must be real. Because something that's not real, you can't even conceptualize it. Check. Think of something that you cannot conceptualize and then put a name on it. It's impossible to do so because it doesn't exist. However, the concept of God has existed for human beings since the beginning of time, for which how to elevate yourself and elevate your energy and understand yourself, you would need to fucking understand astrology, fam. Because if you say, oh, God help me, but then I don't study astrology, you pepperoni and cheese. Everything spiritual relates to astrology. Everything spiritual relates to astrology. Everything spiritual relates to astrology. Because you don't understand, it goes in one ear and the other. And because the elites practice this shit, and what do we mean by elites? We mean human beings that ritualize their energy with sidereal astrology placements. Now, one if the chat, if it makes it simple, if to confuse a human being to give them 12 sign astrology and don't give them 13 sign astrology. Wouldn't that be confusing to your spiritual development? And if the right thing is 13 and you trying to open the door with a 12 lock key and you can't open it, you're going to throw the key away. The key is useless to you. You just need another prong to unlock the fucking door. El is called again and again Toro, or El, or Bull, or El, the Bull God. He is Bantu Bantwati, the creature of creatures. Abu Bani, the father of gods. Abu Adamai, the father of man. Now, what are they talking about when they're talking about the actual bull? The actual cow. Psilocybin mushrooms, because cows don't have citric acid in their stomach, meaning that when they digest food, it's like damn near grass, for a lack of a better words. And it's not to say every mushroom is psilocybin, but generally it's a rule of thumb. If you have 2 light mushrooms, then the dark one has the psilocybin or some shit like that. I'm not promoting psilocybin. I'm just giving y'all an actual connotation for what the fuck is happening and what the fuck ain't happening. You not tapped into psilocybin, so you just swinging at the fences for shit. You trying to manifest a better life for yourself. You don't have no cognizance though, my nigga. You don't know who God is. You don't know who the Father of man is. The Creator eternal. Mushrooms created the whole fucking earth. How about that? Did you know that? By terraforming the earth? How do you think you get a field? Mushrooms kill all the trees and they create fields and meadows and shit. Mushrooms do that. I'll do you one better. Every animal in the world is not going to pass up some psilocybin mushrooms, but your dumb ass is. How come a fox is going to eat mushrooms and trip out? He knows that he needs to have a psychedelic experience, but your ass think that you need to have a better job. Your ass think you need to get a raise. Your ass think you need to get a promotion, but you actually believe and know that you don't have to open up your mind to the truth of your creator. Wonderful to know, but you on some pepperoni and cheese shit. The epithet Olam appearing in Hebrew form in the Hebrew name of God, El Olam, God eternal, in Genesis 21:33. He is Hatukuka, your patriarch. You know why they call God a man? Because a mushroom looks like a dick. Check. El is the gray bearded ancient one, full of wisdom. El is the gray bearded ancient one, full of wisdom. Not talking about a nigga named El. Even though they say hood, your nickname on Facebook is El Melchizedek. Are they trolling you? I said this is the most trolled YouTube channel on the goddamn platform. El is the gray bearded ancient one, full of wisdom. Malku, king. Melchizedek. Did I do that? I probably did. Or the mushrooms did it. Can't tell the difference no more. Where you get your information from? Microdosing, keeping it moving. How the microdosing going for you? Excellent. Doing all types of shit I never did in my life. How you doing it? Microdosing. Good. I'm trying to get some suggestions from you. Microdose. Well, when you say microdose, what exactly do you mean? Like microdose? What though? Like, and then what? Like after I microdose, like then what? You gonna have to microdose the next day. Okay, and then what's gonna happen after that? Nothing, just microdose, fam. El Gabor, El the warrior. He is also named E.T. Pond of unknown meaning. Probably mushroom. Variously rendered Laptin, Latipin, or Lupani. So El is a bull, but El is the God of the Bible. So your actual God that you bear witness to in your Bible, they're talking about a bull, but they're talking about maybe an actual bull, but they're talking about the Taurus constellation, my nigga. As an elitist, as a religious person, you have to align your energy with astrology. Unless you got a good ass job, then you don't need to do shit. Unless you sell keys, you don't need to do shit. Let me break down how the Illuminati controls you by just removing one vital aspect of the ways of how you understand astrology. Here the cosmic axis is wobble. So the celestial equator intersects the zodiac in Taurus. The situation during the age of Taurus, the sun is here pictured in Taurus. So the evolution, you ever notice how it goes from God to Abraham, Brahma, of course. And then the New Testament, they talking about Jesus. And you like, what happened to the first God? Well, the precession of the equinoxes and the nodals said that God was no longer a bull, he was a lamb. And after he was a lamb, what did he become? A man that was crucified on a cross. But what was his symbol? A fish. So when we say God and El is a bull, that could be so confusing to you. The only way it makes sense is if you're talking about the Taurus constellation. Check. The only way to know that to represent a bull or a cow or these types of animals is they're talking about Taurus. So even God himself, called the bull God, they're talking about a specific understanding of the cosmos. Okay? Nothing more, nothing less. Astrology is God, period. And if you don't understand it, you probably just out here swinging at the fences. The sun is here pictured in Taurus. I'm not going to sit up here and lie to y'all. I'm going to show y'all so y'all can see this shit for yourself. Right? A nigga that can tell you that a new moon is in Gemini, he has no astronomical reference for that fact, period. Because I done the work to say, oh shit, these niggas is legit making it up. Like, legit making it up, period. I got a problem with that. Because I was a 12-sign astrologer too, nigga. I was getting the views too. I was doing the readings too, nigga. I started talking this sidereal shit, niggas started looking at me crazy. The sun is here pictured in Taurus as it is located on the day of the spring equinox. So, like I said, the sun will be in Pisces. Since AD 2000 up until now, the sun has been in Pisces. So when Jesus becomes the man, the precessional equinox, the first day of spring, becomes Pisces, and we enter a whole new rule, a whole new realm of understanding. As it is located on the day of spring equinox in this age of Taurus, the celestial equator, that's what I'm talking about. I'm telling y'all it's all about the celestial equinox and how they fucking go around this circular motion, this cyclical motion. That's where you it's 144 constellations, known constellations in the sky. We don't deal with 144 constellations because we have a specific ecliptic, right? So we deal with the 13 in our realm, and we deal with the fixed stars associated with it. If it sounds like too much, then keep getting your ass kicked. I don't give a shit. As it is located on the day of the spring equinox in that age. In this age of Taurus, the celestial equator passed through Taurus, Canis Minor, Hydra, Corvus, and Scorpio. Precisely the constellations pictured in the Mithric bull slaying icon. So if you look at Mithras being slayed, you will see a scorpion pinching his nuts. And you would think like, damn, why is the scorpion pinching the bull's nuts? But we all know Scorpio is a scorpion. Check. So if you see a Scorpio or some iconography, they're not talking about a fucking animal that might fucking sting you. They're talking about the constellation Scorpio, the sign of alchemy, the sign of the sexual organs. That's why he's pinching the bull in the nuts. Medical astrology, it's all simple. It's all simple. Syncretism. Precisely the constellations pictured in the Mithric bull slaying. In fact, we may even go one step further, for during the age of Taurus, when the equinoxes were in Taurus and Scorpio, the two solstices, which are also shifted by the precession, were in Leo the lion and Aquarius the water bearer. In the above diagram, the age of Taurus, Leo, and Aquarius are the northernmost and southernmost constellations of the zodiacal circle. So what they're saying is, which is bullshit, but we're going to just do it for conversation's sake. Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio. I'm looking at the skies in the cosmos, and I'm trying to create an understanding of some shit that I see up there. And I got a human mind. You can channel this energy. This is why I say take notes. You can channel this energy and create your own iconography and your own sigils. Good. I don't got time to do that. Well, the elites do it, and that's why they kicking your ass. The elites will draw a picture in a moment and put it on the fucking wall and be doing all types of spells on your ass. You ever walk into a building and see shit you ain't understand? Now you need to start understanding how to connect these dots. So what are we talking about? We're talking about the winter solstice, the summer solstice, the spring equinox, and the fall equinox. The reality is that these things change throughout time because the Earth's wobble 23.5 degrees. It is thus of great interest to note that in certain regions of the Roman Empire, a pair of symbols was sometimes added to the Taurus Tony, and that's Taurus Tony, which is the Mithridates painting, which I'll show in the next slide, where he's getting his slayed. The bull is getting slayed by Mithras, which represents the human who stands on top of the cosmos and rides the wave of the cosmos, as opposed to being motherfucking drowned in the waves of the ocean, of the cosmic sea. These symbols must represent constellations Leo and Aquarius, the locations of the solstices during the age of Taurus. Thus, all of the figures found in the picture of Mithras slaying the bull represent constellations that had special position in the sky during the age of Taurus. So why Jesus? Why are we talking about Jesus? Because Jesus is being highlighted in the sky. All right, let's do this, y'all. Who do we celebrate for Easter? Put it in the chat. Flood the chat. Who is the man that black people flood? Don't be smart about it. Don't be woke about it. Where do y'all go on Easter? Where do y'all go on Easter? Black people only. What is Easter about? Flood the chat. It's 46 people in here. I could get at least 20 people to let me know what Easter is about. What is Easter about? Don't be deep talking about Ostara and Ishtar and all. No. Regular black people shit. What do we do on Easter? The age is based on the location of the sun at the time of the spring equinox, Ali, period. And all iconography during that particular age of the epoch is going to be dedicated to that. This is why everywhere you go, you see Jesus. It's about Jesus's resurrection. It's about Jesus, fam. And what's another thing about Easter? It takes place on what? The spring equinox. So what are they actually talking about then? What are they actually talking about then? They're talking about the constellation of Pisces. Ichthus or Ichthus from the Greek ichthus. Pronunciation, fish. Nigga. White people can now answer. Fish is a symbol consisting of two intersecting arcs, the ends of the right side extending beyond the meeting point so as to resemble the profile of a fish. The symbol was adopted by early Christians as a secret symbol. What does that secret symbol represent? Y'all been on the chat for long enough. What do that secret symbol represent? Do it represent astrology or some white man with a beard in pictures? What makes more sense? The white guy or the stars in the cosmos? That's perpetual. In all of our myths, Christian, the Nicene Creed, Constantine, the Pope, the Vatican, all of this shit is all astrology shit, bro. Period. What do the Pope wear? The fish on his head. What is that? When it's the spring equinox, the sun is in Pisces. What do the elite study? Sidereal astrology. So where you think the spring equinox is always in Aries, that's crash dummy shit. That's pepperoni and cheese. Velveeta. Fucking, what y'all, how y'all make y'all macaroni and cheese? If you put eggs on your macaroni and cheese, please get the fuck off this live. You are no longer welcome on this live. Last time I ate some macaroni, every time I eat macaroni and cheese around niggas, I be tasting eggs and eggs only. Y'all might as well just call it macaroni and cheese and eggs. Like, why put eggs in the macaroni and cheese? Like, what is the point of that? Anyways, we off the cap. However, if you want to get a more in-depth of what I broke all of this shit down in LearnSidereal.com. If you haven't joined LearnSidereal.com, what you have to do is first join the mystery school, and then we have our advanced package for $10 a month or $75 for the whole year. I'm bearing my soul. This content, because I got a new laptop, I can't even download this shit, y'all. I can't even download this shit. So the only place you're going to get these videos is on LearnSidereal.com, and I'm talking everything sidereal astrology. Our next lecture is going to be on the heart chakra, and this is where I drop my fucking studious hardcore lectures. And the reason why is because I'm going to transfer all of the information and all of the lessons into a book. So I'm just doing a little cross promotion in reference to, as I'm writing my book, I might as well hope y'all help me pay my bills, because it's hard to fucking write a book and take care of 4 kids and take care of yourself, right? So help a brother out. $10 a month, $75 for the whole year. You get access to all of my lectures. I don't do a lot of lectures, but any lecture that I do, it will. That was nasty. Nasty boy. So, why is Aldebaran a big deal? Let's go back for the people who just joined. Why the hell is we talking about Aldebaran hood? Because we have a new moon conjunct the fixed star Aldebaran in the constellation of Taurus. You can see on both maps. So it's better for us to enter and outer and understand the concept of Aldebaran. And the other reason that you want to understand it is because it's so fucking big. It's fucking huge, Jack. I mean, think about our sun, right? Think about a hot ass day, right? And think about the heat from Aldebaran, nigga. Your spirit gonna evaporate, nigga. Get close to like, goddamn, nigga. Just eviscerate your whole existence. You get close to Aldebaran. It is huge. So the saying goes, or the thinking goes, is that the energy from Aldebaran gets transferred here because it's so massive. And if you look at it relative to the sun, then you can kind of see that now that the sun is in Aldebaran, the weather begins to shift. Days get a little bit hotter, energy picks up a little bit more, and you get a little bit more. I wanna get freaky, Freaky, let me lick you up and down. Looking ass niggas. Up and down. Up and down. Looking ass boys. So we look at astrology because we base all of our astrology on when white people came into Egypt and said, this is interesting. Let's steal this shit and make it our own. Let's take the Egyptian Netaroos. Let's turn goddamn Isis into fucking Hathor, or not Hathor, but Aphrodite. Let's turn Zeus into let's turn Osiris into Zeus, so forth and so on, right? So, as much as conscious niggas want to talk about Egypt, they want to get in your face and hawk spit Egypt in your fucking ass, right? Hot warm loogies of Egypt in your fucking ears, but then can't make a connection to the cosmos. What did I say? Everything spiritual relates to the cosmos, because everything earthly is earthly. Everything cosmic is cosmic, for which if you don't understand how it works, you will be inundated with earthly desires and earthly things. But when I start talking the truth, is why you saying white people? Why you saying this? And why you saying that? I'm triggered, this, that, and the third. Nigga, you rather me sit here and lie to you. You wouldn't be triggered at all if I sat here and told you it was a new moon in Gemini, so kiss your brother and kiss your sister. But I also be eating pepperoni and cheese with eggs in it. For the Egyptians, the constellation of Taurus represented Osiris, a sun god in some accounts. His sister Isis, both were represented by a bull and cow. So once again, are we talking about a bull walking the earth going moo, moo? Did you hear how that motherfucker just said moo? I'm about to worship him and call this nigga Osiris, nigga. That nigga hit a moo and it went straight to my heart. Hold on, listen to it. Moo. I'm having this fucking spiritual experience, said no nigga ever. As a bull, Osiris became known as the bull god. Have y'all seen this before? Check if y'all seen this before. My niggas who been on the live since the beginning, have y'all seen this before? Is we talking about two separate things? How can El be the bull god and Osiris be the bull god? I'm confused. I'm so confused. Nigga said, I ain't drinking no more lattes, no more fucking cold brews. All I'm drinking is cappuccinos for the rest of 2022. Why? Why is you drinking cappuccinos and eating pepperoni and cheese? It's 2022. Be a little honest, do a little research. Stop worrying about how to pay your rent. You can spread positive energy without trying to focus on your bottom line. Check. As a bull, Osiris became known as the bull god Apis. Seen as an aspect of the sun god. Though worship of the bull god, Apis was worshipped in ancient Egypt at a much earlier time than Osiris. The priest of Apis would find a bull bearing the marks that would prove it embodied the soul of the deity. Pepperoni. This is the shit that they tell people. The fucking priest walking around looking for a special cow that went moo and then broke into a harmony. Moo. God damn it, it's Osiris. Did you hear that fucking cow? It must be goddamn Osiris. The bull was worshipped and cared for by the priest until it died, and another bull was found going, moo, 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 I'm wearing a moo, and I'm going moo. I'm Apis, Osiris, nigga. You That was not how it went down. Niggas was on some astrology shit, bro. Everybody is capped the fuck out, man, and I'm so tired. Nigga, did you hear Osiris?
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
I think I heard Osiris, nigga. Wake up the priest. Osiris is. That was not how it went, fam. Them niggas was talking about goddamn constellations, bro. Period. Let's talk about it. Apis was a god of fertility and primordial power. Right? Who then came to be associated with the creator god Ptah. At what point he first became linked with Hathor is unclear, but this association is established firmly by the time of the early dynastic period. Setting the scene. I'm gonna come back to Apis in a second, but I'm setting the scene, all right? Good. Why you study astrology so much, nigga? I don't have the time and the patience to study astrology. I just like getting my ass kicked out here in these streets. I mean, I just don't want to sit with myself and be myself. I just want to read what a nigga say and watch what a nigga do, and hopefully that'll bring me to a point of salvation. What you think? I just don't understand what my chart mean. Like, I studied it for 30 minutes and I thought, like, by that point, like, you just be speaking about it so easily and freely. Like, bro, I know it took you, like, how long it take you to study astrology? 20 years? Oh shit, 20 years? You speaking from 20 years of study? Oh, okay. 30 minutes, 20 years, 30 minutes, 20 years. 30 minutes, 20 years. Yeah, it still ain't making sense. Why can't I speak it like you speak it and understand it like you understand it, hood? It's just not making sense. Like, you understand it, bro, but I don't understand it. Like, 30 minutes, 20 years. You mean, like, consistently 20 years? Like, how old is you? Because you look young. You 37, 38. So that means you've been studying astrology since you were about 16, 18. 20 years. 20. Huh. Okay. So what can I do to get it like a fast track? Ain't no shortcuts, huh? No shortcuts? So you mean I might have to study my chart for about 5 years to grasp it? 5 years? I gotta just sit and study the aspects of my chart for like a long ass time before I can start to just finally start to understand and settle into my power. Well, why then, hood? Well, why? Planetary scientist and Stardust expert Dr. Ashley King explains it is totally 100% true. Nearly all the elements in the human body were made in a star, and many have come through several supernovas. Nigga, you are a star. Every nigga is a star. Ooh. Every nigga is a star. I ain't even making that fucking song up. That's a real ass song that a nigga put out. Ain't that shit crazy? That shit went in one ear out the other. Niggas was like, that's the jam. Every nigga is a star. Cut that shit on. Where the pepperoni and cheese? And then you better have some goddamn eggs in that shit. Every nigga is a star. Ooh, ooh. Every nigga is a star. So let's tie it all in for a second. Aldebaran is a bright red star in the sky in the southern eye of the constellation Taurus. Why you talking about Taurus? I'm on the internet and niggas talking about it's a new moon in Gemini. You the oddball. You the crazy one. Am I the liar? Am I the liar? Am I the liar? Or am I bear witnessing astronomical devices and sidereal astrology platforms that represent that the new moon is actually conjunct Aldebaran in Taurus, and that's why we're talking about Taurus. I gotta be clear, because a nigga will, to pay his fucking rent, lie to you. Niggas be like, man, I'm an astrologer and I made all of this money being an astrologer. Nigga, for real? You out here paying your rent, doing readings for niggas? Sounds like a waste of spiritual energy to me, but I gotta pay your rent, nigga. I ain't knocking nobody. See what slide I'm on. I can't even find my slide I was on. Oh, I was on Aldebaran. There we go. Aldebaran is a right red star in the sky of southern eye of constellation Taurus, the bull, the great cornerstone marking the spring equinox. Aldebaran was seen as the god Mithra or Ahura Mazda, the slayer of the cosmic bull, a great military god who gave victories to his followers, but only if they followed the strictest procedure in his worship. As well as Mithra was a warrior king, sound familiar, who also held the title Lord of Contracts, sound familiar. He considered all exchanges were sacred, sound familiar, and in overseeing the business of his followers, insisted on their honesty and purity. Some that niggas don't even know how to be, or else they would be condemned to an ordeal of fire. So what is they actually talking about? It's certain ways to live your life. Like, let's just say this. If you in a fucked up position, you 100% got yourself there. If you was to order your life in a proper way, Aries, Taurus, then subsequently live based upon how you ordered your life. You ever see like how some niggas is in the music industry and they seem to have a lot of money, and then another nigga get on there like, this nigga played me on my contract. Like I'm broke. Like I don't got no money. I had the #1 song for 10 years and I got 10 cents. So how is that making sense? And niggas would be like, well, you should have read your contract. How is this energy showing up? Well, the great goddess, Monique. I was at the airport getting a rental car. I look back. Monique was in the back seat of her fucking Ford Expedition. This is Monique, the actress from the Parkers and shit, right? I look back, Monique sitting in her car and shit. And like, you ever see somebody and just be like, what the fuck? Is that a fucking star? Right? Like I seen her and we locked eyes, and then like she shut her door. And then I looked online and I seen that she was doing a show on the 28th that same day. And I was like, damn, I just seen fucking Monique. How does this relate to the new moon? Well, she got on stage and this bitch ain't tell no jokes. What was she talking about? She was talking about how her contract was bullshit with D.L. Hughley. And what does Aldebaran rule? His title is the Lord of Contracts. Nigga, when I say everything is spiritual and everything is astrological, what is Monique? Monique is a star. What is D.L. Hughley? D.L. Hughley is a fucking star. You bear witness, like, that's a star right there. Nigga, that's why we talking about astrology. When you realize your star, it's a lot of shit that you can do out here in this life. Don't let whatever social media, whatever the world is telling you, fool you for what can actually happen in your life based on how you the fuck order it. From these ancient beliefs and customs, we can extrapolate a more current and present day meaning regarding success. For Aldebaran, in keeping with all the royal stars, promises the attainment of one's goals, but only in the case by maintaining moral integrity. Any compromise on this level and all that has been achieved can be rapidly lost and possibly in some way involving fire. So what was happening over this weekend? You should have purged your energy, fam. Spirit called us all to purge over this past month. What is a purge exactly? Indulging in your fucking vices. Cause past this new moon, you better get that shit you should have got that shit out of your system. Oh, y'all don't be listening to Bow Wow and T-Pain, do y'all? When I'm with somebody, all I'm thinking is you. When I'm all alone, that's all I wanna do. Mr. Smiling Faces in my sidekick. Out of town faces in it's hard to get you out of my system. You don't know what you do to me. You don't even understand, damn. Right? Get that shit out of your system. Because the new moon is rather harsh in reference to moral integrity. It's kind of tricky too, how it plays out, you know. It's real weird. Cause it's like, I'm keeping this shit hidden. I'm keeping this shit sneaky. I don't got shit to worry about. Don't nobody know the dirt that I've been doing type shit. Don't say I ain't warned ya. Did not say I did not warn you. The four royal stars of Persia are all very powerful stars, and each one offers the possibility of glory, success, or happiness, but only if a particular nemesis can be overcome. I did it. I conquered a demon in real life. Period. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I can't lie to y'all. Cause I'm not about failing. I'm not gonna say what I did, but I definitely faced the fucking demon and looked it right in the face. Had to. You don't even understand, damn. It's hard to get shit out of your system. You gotta go in the fucking lion's den, nigga. Come out that bitch like, okay, wasn't that bad. Nigga bit me on the ass a couple of times. Got a few lion bite marks on my ass. Life goes on. I'm a better person because of it. Now, it's people on the outside looking in, not even prompted by source, or feeling like I gotta be a good person. I seen some crazy shit happen the other day. And I know for a fact motherfuckers ain't want me to see. You ever see some shit that a motherfucker ain't want you to see, but then the motherfucker act like you ain't seen it? And so you see that they see that you ain't seen it, and we just gonna act like we ain't see some shit. But you ever just be sit back and thinking like, did I see what I thought I saw? Did I hear what I think I just heard? Yeah, that's that spirit showing you some shit that you would have never even seen. But since it's so fucking spiritual and so fucking cosmic, that shit'll fucking spook you into some shit like, what the fuck? Okay. You lying bitch. I caught your ass. In the case of Aldebaran, this challenge is one of integrity and honor. What is integrity? 24 hours a day, I'm a sleazeball. If you a sleazeball 24 hours a day and you tell people you a sleazeball, you do it better than the motherfucker who act like they a good person and they 50-50 on that shit. Why do a person struggle? They not integrity. They not honor. They don't have no loyalty within their heart. Ready to switch sides. She already knew she had a boyfriend on the way, my guy. She had another boyfriend on the way. You just walked in the house one day. She just, nigga, your shoes is dirty. Get the fuck out. I mean, I brought Steak and Shake. I thought we was, get the fuck out. Dirty ass, shoe ass nigga. I can't stand your ass. Get out. Whole time she just had a nigga waiting in the wings. Greatness can be achieved, but the individual will be challenged on issues of integrity and purity of their thoughts and dealings. If they fail the test, they lose. It's the 29th. Get that shit out of your system tonight. Because tomorrow is the 30th. And it's the new moon. All I'm saying is follow source. Follow source. The new moon takes place today, May 30th at 7:30 a.m. in Sidereal Taurus in the lunar mansion of Rohini Nakshatra. The influences at that time of the new moon give an indication of themes that will characterize the next 30 days. This new moon chart suggests that there will be themes or a situation that involves a relationship between that which is fixed or weighty, such as property, fixed assets, land or home, or that which associations of permanence and stability, or that which is for the long term. And I read this shit about 5 times to understand it, but I'll give you all the translation because I was like, what the fuck is she talking about? This is Tamiko Fisher, one of the best sidereal astrologers in the land. As it intersects with efforts towards betterment, rising life, or increased happiness. What the fuck is she talking about? Your long term meets your short term during May 30th. It is a window. It is a portal. And I'm going to give you the new moon intentions and rituals. Stay tuned for this. Everything that I said in this video has a point to it. The fact that I can't lie to you, the fact that it might be beginners on this video who don't know shit about shit, I got to give it to you from the base and build you up. For my advanced niggas, whatever you going through, it's time to do rituals to help you get to a place of betterment, rise in life, or increase happiness. Tuesday, Wednesday, 3 days before, 3 days after, okay? Find the time, find the energy to understand these new moon intentions and rituals. So what is Rohini Nakshatra? Rohini Nakshatra's lore is Chandra, the moon. The story goes that Chandra, the god of the moon, is only attracted to Rohini. So this is another metaphor for menstruation. But menstruation is the root of the lifeblood energy that is within you now. The lifeblood energy started off as your mother's menstruation, for which your dad had deposited a fertile sperm inside of her. And when she menstruated, she gave birth to you. So we're talking about the psychological and spiritual and cosmic process, magical process of creating life. Rohini, the red goddess, is only talking about menstruation. The deity is Brahma, the creator. The nature of this energy is beautiful, seductive, sensual, artistic nature, strong emotions, poetic and musical gifts. See, Osiris, he ruled by singing and not war. He ruled by wordplay and not war. Robust nature, well-liked and many friends. The rulership, this is very important. Observers of vows, merchandises, kings, wealthy persons, yogis, cartmans, cows, bulls of course, aquatic animals, husbandmen, mountains, and men in authority. To tap into this energy, for women to tap into the power of their menstruation, men in authority, hint, hint, That's the true power of all of life. Your period is the most powerful thing that ever happens to you, period. The end. Nothing more to say. For which, if you utilize in your menstruation for magical things, you have more power, especially during a Rohini Nakshatra new moon. One is truthful and pure, holding no secrets. Speak sweetly and compellingly, of steady mind and heart, and handsome. Rohini is taken from the word Rohan, which means to rise or to bring into existence. Well, without the menstruation blood, nothing comes into existence. Check. Integrity comes when no one's around. Check. My integrity happens when none of y'all are looking at me. This video, I could never be integrous. I could be full of pepperoni and cheese. Y'all would have never know it. Y'all would have to... There's no way that you would ever know if I'm integrity until some shit just come out the blue, like, the mystic eating. You would see me making some goddamn macaroni and cheese, cracking eggs open. Like, oh shit, y'all caught me. I'm capped out. Super capped out. So let's talk about Brahma. Brahma has 4 heads, suggesting an expansion in the universe. Why are we talking about Brahma? Because the deity of Rohini is Brahma. So to get an understanding of the different ways for which this energy is going to assist us, Brahma has 4 heads, suggesting an expansion of the universe in all directions. If y'all know anything about rituals, what do I say? You give offerings to all 4 directions because you want to advance emotionally. You want to advance mentally. You want to advance spiritually, and you want to advance physically. If you advance emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, but you don't advance physically, now you're just a fat boy who know all of the spiritual shit. But if a nigga is chasing you or chasing me, I'm out of breath. I no longer can say, well, you know, the sun is in sidereal astrology. The nigga chasing me, he don't give a fuck about that shit. So I need to learn how to run too. Can't just be talking about the creation of the universe and shit if I don't take care of my vessel. So you give direction to all 4 heads. And let's talk about the emotional spot or the mental spot. You ever have an opportunity you weren't mentally available for or emotionally ready for? But the energy was good, the situation was good, but you was fucked up. You wasn't ready for it. That happens all the fucking time. Every time it didn't work out, you weren't ready for it. You wanted some shit that you wasn't ready for. This is why Brahma has his 4 heads expanding in all 4 directions. That's real. That's true. Just saying, oh, I just got all the physical shit. Oh, I got all the emotional shit. Oh, I got all the mental shit. That's not Brahma. In Hinduism, Brahma, Sanskrit, meaning swelling or expansion, is God in his manifestation as creator of the universe. Brahma is part of the Trimurti alongside Vishnu and Shiva and represents the creative aspect of Brahman, the supreme cosmic spirit in Hindu philosophy. While these 2 terms derive from the same Sanskrit root, shout out to Gucci, to grow great and strong, they should not be confused as Brahman, which refers to the ineffable ground of all being, while Brahma is the deity which personifies its creative power. So, let's it's just going to be weird how these things always tie in. Apis was a god of fertility and primordial power. No one man should have all this power, right? And we trying to get into some power. Where is the power at on earth? It's in nature. Where are you niggas at? In the cities, in your houses, in your jobs, in the room, in the office, not in nature. You're not learning shit. You're not learning a damn thing, as Anton Chekhov would tell you. These people have learned not from books, but in the fields, in the woods, on the riverbank. This is the best, and I'm speaking from experience. Nature is the best teacher. Their teachers have been the birds themselves when they sang to them. The sun, when it left a glow of crimson behind it, setting the very trees and wild herbs. During this new moon time, this new moon in Taurus, as we understand the Osiris energy, the bull god energy, it's really talking about observing nature, and that being the true what? The true primordial power. Where do you get your integrity? When you do rituals and intention work when nobody is around. You stand in that shit and you live in that shit because this is what you wanted. But where do you get your primordial power from? Nature. So during the Rohini Nakshatra, they talked about the observation of vows, which would be a translation to an observation of nature. Because when you talk about people up until the invasion of the fucking whatever, we were observing nature for the most part. And for a person who doesn't observe nature, that seems pointless. And it seems like something that is not to be done. But when we're talking about a new moon in Taurus, it is the intention. It is the ritual to observe nature. But more than me just saying observe nature, that's hood, just being lazy, just saying some random ass shit, I want y'all to read with me. Nature observation is the practice of using our basic human senses to watch, listen, learn, and appreciate our local environment, ashe, check, while observing patterns in the life of plants, birds, trees, and animals. It all starts with how you choose to engage with the world around you. But y'all don't give a fuck about it. Check. Niggas don't give a fuck. And then be like, well, hood, I was just out in nature. Then I'm not talking about you then. Talking about the niggas that you know don't give a fuck about nature. They at the football game, the basketball game, the bar, the fucking cookout, the kickback, the session, the after hour, the strip club. Don't tell me what you already been doing and what you already know. You don't know it. Good, what should I do on a new moon? Go out into nature. I stood out in nature for 10 minutes. It ain't do nothing. I'm going back to the house to play goddamn Xbox 360. That shit ain't worth nothing. That shit boring. Okay. Continue to get your ass kicked. Eco psychology. How immersion in nature benefits your health. This is took in January. Article is January 9th, 2020. Guess what happened right after that, y'all? Guess what happened in March 2020? Coronavirus. A growing body of research points to the beneficial effects that exposure to the natural world has on health, reducing stress and promoting healing. Now, policymakers, employers, and healthcare providers are increasingly considering the human need for nature and how they plan and operate. Well, you don't say. Well, you don't say, because y'all been making me stand in a fucking factory for 8 fucking hours. Now you telling me, oh, maybe it'll be more beneficial if you take your black ass out into nature. I had to do this shit on my fucking own. And y'all jobs still ain't made y'all go out into nature yet. They be like, nigga, it's Amazon and y'all need to, we got some orders coming in, nigga. Load them goddamn boxes up, put that tape on that shit, nigga. Third shift looking ass nigga. Good, I hate this job. Did you go out into nature for 2 hours? No, I ain't have time. I was too busy masturbating. How long does it take to get a dose of nature high enough to make people say they feel healthy and have a strong sense of well-being? Precisely 120 minutes, nigga. Not 119. Not an hour. Not 90 minutes. What should I do for a new moon in Taurus? Go outside for 2 hours in nature. Immerse yourself in nature. Well, shit, what should I do? The practice of using our basic human senses to watch, listen, learn, and appreciate our fucking local environment. Hood, that's too simple. Hood, that's way too simple. Well then, remember we was talking about Osiris and Apis? In ancient Egyptian religion, Apis or Hapis, alternatively spelled Happy Ankh, was a sacred bull worshipped in the Memphis region. Sacred bull is the constellation of Taurus. Clearly, identified as the son of Hathor, which represents the Milky Way. So you have the Milky Way where it's sidereal, Western Gemini and Western Sagittarius, which would be the markings of the Milky Way. But in reality, it is Ophiuchus, and Taurus, right? So Taurus and Ophiuchus are opposed to one another, not Gemini and Sagittarius, but I digress. So Hathor is a bull that represents the cosmic Milky Way, and Apis or Happy represents the constellation of Taurus, a primary deity in the pantheon of ancient Egypt. These deities are just astrological, cosmic understandings that were much more clear in the understanding of the energy in Egyptian times was much more understandable. What we're dealing with now is the remnants, for which how we access those remnants is by observing nature in reference to where the soul puts you in. Good, ain't no nature around me. I live in New York City. Your soul put you in New York City, so that's your fucking nature. That's more wildlife than a fucking goddamn forest if you really think about it. Start observing that shit. Start observing the bricks on the buildings. Don't give a fuck. Initially, he was assigned a significant role in her worship, being sacrificed and reborn. What are they talking about? Spring equinox. Who gets sacrificed and reborn? Don't Jesus get sacrificed and reborn? Check. Don't Jesus get sacrificed and reborn? Check. So, astrologically, what is a sacrifice? When the sun conjuncts the astrological placement. What is it reborn? When it comes back around. That's it. Not nobody actually dying and come back into life. You ain't never seen that shit. Once it's over, it's over. But astrologically, the sun goes conjunct, oppose, back to conjunct. Conjunct, oppose, back to conjunct. Resurrected, sacrifice, reborn. Every year, the sun conjuncts Pisces. Jesus has reborn. Check. Osiris ain't, and it ain't even nothing else. That's the funny part. That's the fucking funny part. Well, why is it so simple to just go out and observe nature, the Netaru or Neter? Because we are that. What must we do? Integrate our actual truths into our fucked up minds and lives. Osiris was a god of the dead. How long do we need to stay there? 120 minutes or longer. 120 minutes or longer. Osiris was a god of the dead whose wife Isis magically conceived the son Horus. Primordial power. Childbirth is magic. If you created a child off of fucking horny energy, you are a magical being. Now direct that energy into something more worthwhile. Not saying that your child ain't worthwhile, but you already got children. Or if you don't got kids and you want a kid, make it be a spiritual experience. You'll never regret it. And the ancient Egyptians believed that he could help them make their way, this is very important, make their way into an eternal paradise, which bore a striking resemblance to their earthly lives, but without any pain or suffering. This is what we want. This is how we do it. How do we do it? We go out into nature and immerse ourselves in nature. Good, I live in the suburbs. Your soul wants you in the suburbs for a reason. Observe your fucking lawn. Observe your backyard. Observe the fucking birds and the squirrels climbing up and down the trees. If you want some advanced shit, get in your fucking car, drive to the nearest state park. It's probably going to be free. Might be an hour away. But stop bullshitting. Now, if that girl say, you know what, Tyrone? My pussy is throbbing and wet. You think you could come over here? I know it's late. Damn, Tyrone, you outside already?
Damn, Tyrone, you outside already? I just text you.
Well, you said it was throbbing and wet and shit. Like, I'm about to come see about that. You feel me?
But when it's talking about going out into nature for a new moon immersion in nature, that's just too difficult to do. Your ass to drive. Niggas done drove cross country on a late night from city to city, 3 hours. Earth and fertility gods such as Geb and Osiris are depicted with green skin. Y'all hear that? Osiris is depicted with green skin, indicating their power to encourage the growth or primordial power of vegetation. However, the ancient Egyptians recognized a cycle of growth and decay, and so green, Ashe, are y'all ready? Green was associated with death and the power of resurrection. So what do you have to immerse yourself in? Green shit. Nature, earth, trees, plants, grass, and shit. Immerse for how long? 2 hours. What time? 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Good, I got shit to do. I'm just giving y'all new moon's intentions and rituals. Okay? Why is this an important time, and what will make this easier for you? You a DJ? You a porn star? Porn star OnlyFans, is that the same thing? Okay, whatever. You sell dinners. You a mom, full-time dad. You a part of a fucking secret society. You a goddamn Mason. You on the usher board. Oh, how many friends you got? You got 20 friends that you connect with and talk to, and they your homeboys. Hey, we doing that thing tomorrow, nigga. All right, cool. You got all of this shit going on because the internet said you can be anything and everything that you want to be. Just do it all. And you fell for it. Like, I can be anything that I want to be, but didn't actually do shit, right? Your version of yourself is complex. And what is the death that we're referencing? The complexity of self. What is the resurrection that we're referencing? Your soul and your spirit in reference to nature, the primordial force of creation. You have access to it. I know you do. You just refusing to access it because your life has gotten so complicated and complex. So the reality, emotionally and mentally, to bring you into a world of nature, you're going to have to reduce your feelings of complexity. Self-complexity is a person's perceived knowledge of themselves. I'm a porn star, an actor, a rapper, a ballerina. Based upon the number of distinct cognitive structures. So when I'm on ballerina shit, I'm doing pirouettes. When I'm on my artist shit, I'm doing brush strokes. I can't do a brush stroke and a pirouette at the same time. So I have to distinctly set time to do pirouettes, do brush strokes. Then I gotta be a fluffer because I'm a porn star too. And I can't do pirouettes and brush strokes when I'm being a fluffer. I gotta focus on being a fluffer. If you don't know what a fluffer is, Google it and tag me on IG. And if you don't know what my IG is, and go ahead and give your nigga a follow. You feel me? People low in self complexity have few distinct facets of the self concept. There is only one self, right? So the more that you can tune into, you got your deadbeat daddy version of yourself, you got your macaroni Tony version of yourself, you got your nerdy version of yourself, and the real is just you. You ever just, right now, this is the first time in my life where I'm just me. I'm just me, dog. I don't know. I just be on my own little shit now. Like, I don't know what, I'm just me. I'm following source. So they react more extremely to positive and negative events relevant to one of those aspects. So when you're simple enough and you walk up into nature just with the immersion aspects, then your revelation is that much extreme. But if you're trying to absorb spiritual nature and you're trying to divvy it here, divvy it there, I need more fluffer skills. They've been getting on me on set. They've been saying I ain't been fluffing the dudes good enough. I need to work on the fluffer skills. But then I do karaoke, so I need to choose the right songs for karaoke. So let me divvy some of this primordial power to my karaoke. All right, what else do I need? You know what? I need to do some ballroom dancing shit. Let me get some. And you like the person that's doing all of this shit, like that motherfucker impressive. Why is this a problem? You're emotionally spent. People who have high in self-complexity have multiple distinct self-aspects, so they react less extremely to such events. And this is actually a bad thing. Fellas, when a woman has high self-complexity, that means that she's not going to react. That would be like a high version of, like, so every man, she has to be a different person with that man, right? So when it gets to you and you nigga number 94, she is no longer impressed by whatever you putting forth. She done seen it all, done been through it all. You doing the regular moves that you've been doing, and she just not feeling that shit. But if it was the first time you ever did that move, you remember how shit used to be when you was 16 and 18, you would do a little kiss on the neck.
Oh, stop! That's my spot! That's my spot! Stop!
You do that shit now, she be like,
Get out of here with that nasty shit! Get that slobbering all on my neck! Nasty ass!
self-complexity. This concept refers to our perceived knowledge of ourselves. Now, this is the reality of learning who we are as a spiritual being having a human experience. Being intuitive and allowing this energy to integrate into our realities, right? More or less just trying to get it and trying to be all of this shit and just, I'm a mama, I'm a daddy, I'm a this, I'm a dad, I work here, I do this, I do that, and I'm so self-complex. So you could get like a major download in one area and not have the proper mental and emotional energy towards it because you're doing too much. Doing too much. Goals, relationships, and activities are all a part of a network forming our sense of self. Your goals. A nigga with one goal is much important than a person who has 15 goals. I got this one goal that I'm trying to accomplish, and the thing that I need to do to accomplish that goal, more than likely, I'm going to accomplish it. What's the problem? When I'm trying to accomplish 15 things at once. Relationships. Multiple relationships. Your complexity is then diverted and multiplied. And then when you try to figure out, Man, at a certain point, after relationship after relationship, you start to lose your fucking self and you don't have no mental, emotional energy to give. So what's the resort? What do y'all resort to?
You need to be 6'6", 14-inch dick, $5 million, nigga, 360 waves, and locks. I don't give a fuck. You gotta be perfect.
What you doing with your time? Now, a complex person is very driven to do a bunch of shit that gets them nowhere. What you do? You ever see a motherfucker busy but broke? How you broke and busy at the same time? Check, that don't make sense. You broke and busy? You don't got no money, but you busy? How that work? You doing too much. You ever have 2 jobs and be broker than when you had 1 job? How that work? Why I got 2 jobs and less money? I'm working more, but I'm spending more money. I don't get it, right? And so, how do you view yourself in the most simplest form without judgment is how you actually get through this new moon energy. But I want to conclude in a very special way. I have some books in the chat that's been transformative to me. These are not expensive books. These books is $8.95 a piece. The links is in the description. I suggest you get these books and read them. One of them is channeling. So it's a book on channeling. And then the other book is Shambhala, The Sacred Path to the Warrior. And this is a book that I bought at a bookstore that was haunted by ghosts called Crazy Wisdom. And Spirit just gave me a whole bunch of books to read. And the person who bought the book, he put bookmarks in all of the, I bought like 8 books, right? And he put random bookmarks in all of the books that I got. And so I haven't even opened all the books that I got, but the first book that I opened, not even the first book, but one of the books that I opened was Shambhala, right? Link is in the description if y'all want to get these books. $20, y'all have some cold ass books that y'all can take some notes on that got hella gnosis. And yes, I said only $20. Niggas will try to scam you into, this book costs $1 million. Nigga got all the secrets in it. All the secrets is in the cosmos. The original state of being could be that cosmic mirror is what is going to match your energy based upon your disposition. Now, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, you name it, got you niggas scatterbrain. And I'm one of the worst ones that be scatterbrain with y'all. However, black and ugly as ever, I stayed coochie down to the socks, right? However, we would just still need to be patient with this transmission in this channel of energy, and it's requiring us to participate in the cosmic reality. So when I open the book, it opened to this specific page, which is going to be the conclusion to the video today, which I felt was a spiritual thing. And as I read this, it's going to come into an alignment, because as of late, I've been getting questions of how do you meditate? How do you know that you're meditating wrong? How do you know that you're meditating right? And I really want y'all to read this and understand this from this perspective, because this helped me elucidate the process of meditation in combination with mirroring our realities to the cosmos. Not like it's something that we need to do, it's something that we are. Check. It's not something that we need to do, it's something that we are. Check. By primordial, we mean conditioned, not caused by any circumstances. This is your primordial power of nature. Check. The nature, you don't know who set them seeds for them trees to be there. They just there. Something primordial is not a reaction for or against any situation. So if a nigga say, well, you got to go into the darkness to bring out the light, and you got to manifest and manifest. See, something primordial is not a reaction for or against any situation. It just is. So understanding a mirror, right? You ever been looked and fucked up and looked in the mirror? You don't break the mirror. You don't talk to the person in the mirror and say, you need to change fucking clothes, nigga. You looking crazy. You go within yourself. And it's the person that is perceiving the mirror that needs to change. And then when you look back in the mirror going to match up to, oh shit, you got waves now? You got on a nice outfit? The mirror didn't do that. The mirror just showed you what your energy was at that particular time. All conditionality comes from unconditionality. Anything that has made to come from what was unmade to be, anything that is made has to come from what was unmade to begin with. So it's not the fact of you doing something, it's the fact of realizing who you are. The problem is that you're trying to do something so bad. To immerse yourself in nature is what you have to do. What's the result of it? Who fucking knows, fam? If something is conditioned, it has been created or formed. In the English language, we speak of formulating ideas or plans, or we may say, how should we form our organization? Or we may talk about formation of a cloud. In contrast to that, the unconditioned is free from being formed, free from creation. We're talking about primordial power that we need to witness and observe. The more that we witness it, the more that we realize that we are that. And if we don't understand it, there is nothing that I can fucking tell you. I can tell you, yeah, the pussy was good. The left side of the pussy felt like silk, and the right side of the pussy felt like rayon. And then when she squirted, it felt like rain clouds coming down from me. You wouldn't still understand what the fuck I'm actually talking about until you went out into nature and immersed your own self in the cosmic pussy or the cosmic womb. I'm sorry. In contrast to that, the unconditioned is free from being formed, free from creation. The unconditioned state is likened to a primordial mirror because, like a mirror, it is willing to reflect anything. If you say it, then your energy will reflect it. Nigga, you said it first. You know when I'm fucked up? You know what I don't say? I don't get on here and tell y'all, hey man, I'm out here fucked up out here in these streets. Do y'all think over this past, the whole time I've been on YouTube, right? 5 years. Be honest, do you think that it's been times where I've been severely fucked up? Why don't y'all ever see how YouTubers be like, man, this horrible shit is happening to me. Can y'all donate to my GoFundMe? I refuse to do that because what you say, you mirror. You're always talking to your higher self. So I'm always referencing healing, cosmic reality, truth, gnosis, wisdom, because my life will mirror that shit. You can bear witness and watch the fucking videos. So when you see me, understand that I'm living a fucking great life. A wonderful life, but it wasn't always there. It was some fucked up shit along the way. And I had to figure that shit out. And I knew that, hey, can y'all give me $10 in my GoFundMe? Was not going to fucking help me. Hey, sign up for my class. Wasn't going to help me. I need to figure out my own shit. Cause my own shit, shadow work. You ever have a perfect wife and perfect kids, and a perfect life, but y'all wasn't honest to one another? And then life start kicking your ass, and you don't understand why life kicking your ass, because life is going to mirror your integrity. What is integrity? Hey, it's the hood mystic and mama mystic. They got it all figured out. Our life ain't going, our life didn't show us that. People can tell us that, but we know the real. And how we gonna fix our relationship? By eating mad macaroni and cheese with eggs in it? Hey babe, take them eggs out that macaroni and cheese and cook that shit right. Keeping it real. The unconditioned state is likened to a primordial mirror because, like a mirror, it is willing to reflect anything from the gross level up to the refined level, and it remains as it is, man. If you show up to that mirror looking crazy, it's going to show you your ass looking crazy. It has no sympathy for you. Man, your lip is swollen. Your left ear is higher than your right ear and shit. I don't know if you coming or going. The basic frame of reference of the cosmic mirror is quite vast, and it is free from any bias, kill or cure, hope or fear. Kill or cure, hope or fear. Conscious niggas.
I just want to help people. I just want to help people.
What do you want to do in your spiritual development?
I just want to help people. I'm just here to help people out here in these streets with whatever they need. Except pussy. I'm not giving no niggas no pussy. I heal you any other type of way, but I ain't giving you no fucking pussy, nigga.
The way to look back and experience the state of being of the cosmic mirror is to simply relax. God damn it.
What? I just want to help people.
What do you want to do? Like, for real, like, what are you in the conscious community for? Like, what is your goals?
I don't know, help people.
Y'all niggas is fried, dyed, and laid to the side. Y'all know that? Y'all know that? The way to look back and to experience this state of being a cosmic mirror is to simply relax. Get you some comfortable ass shoes. Get you some goddamn shrooms or some weed or some cigarettes or whatever the fuck you do to relax. And relax on some shit. Observe and listen. Watch. Use your physical senses. Observe the squirrel with a nut in his mouth. I'm not saying put nuts in your mouth, but I'm saying just observe that. In the case, relaxation is quite different from the setting sun idea of flopping or taking time off. Entertaining yourself with a good vacation. Hold on. Let's go that, because I was on my public school reading shit. In the case of relaxation is quite different from the setting sun idea of flopping or taking time off or entertaining yourself with a good vacation. Relaxation here refers to relaxing the mind, letting go of anxiety and concepts and depression that normally bind you. Check. Wonder if this live has been making sense. I'm trying to paint a picture for y'all. The way to relax or rest the mind in nowness is through the practice of meditation. In part 1, we discussed, and you got to get the book. The link is in the description. $8.95 for this fucking book. Y'all done spent $50 on Loud. Y'all spent $50 on Loud. Won't spend $10 for a book. Who cooking pepperoni and cheese in here? Who cooking it? I smell it. Y'all smell that pepperoni? In part 1, we discuss how practice of meditation is connected to renouncing small-mindedness and personal territory. You in your house that you pay bills for, and you ain't got no spiritual sovereignty yet. How that work? You old good ass, pay your rent on time ass nigga, still don't got no peace in your heart. How that work? How that work? My house, my life, my driveway, my sidewalk, my lawn, my hedges, my bushes. Nigga, you go out into nature, none of that shit exists. And if you go out to nature for 10 minutes, you're gonna be like, well, I'm about to go home. This shit is boring. In meditation, you are neither for nor against your experience. That is, you don't praise some thoughts and condemn others, but you take an unbiased approach. You let things be as they are without judgment, and in that way, you yourself learn to be, to express your existence directly and non-conceptually. That is the ideal state of relaxation, which allows you to experience the nowness of the cosmic mirror. In fact, it is the experience of the cosmic mirror. Why does this make more sense? Because if you knew you had all the wisdom in yourself, you wouldn't be fearing, nor would you be hoping. You wouldn't be manifesting, nor would you be just chilling. You would just know and relax and be claircognizant, clairvoyant, or clairsentient. Everything that you experience is on the inside. When you out and about and around people, you don't know what the fuck they going through. The only way you get some type of semblance is what they going through is by how their life manifests and representing that cosmic mirror. How do you look in the mirror today? If you know that you've been doing the soul work and the spiritual work, then your cosmic mirror, you gonna be looking good. But if you ain't been doing shit, you ever know you was looking ugly and ain't looked in the mirror? Well, you know you looking shit, you ain't looking in the mirror? Or how about when you looking good? Your ass walking past the glass downtown like, god damn.
This ass sitting right today. God damn. I ain't even know my ass was this fat for real. Like, god damn, this shit crazy. Shit.
Ain't that the truth? You ever been looking good? You ever been looking good? Ask a nigga, hey man, how I'm looking in this outfit? Niggas just take pictures and pose. They don't even be asking questions. Nigga, you know you look good when you look good. Taurus deals with aesthetics. Taurus deals with luxuries and things of that nature. And if you don't got it, you trying to figure out how to get it. And the deeper reality is that you already have it. So what must you do? You need to allow it and just relax it into your life. What are you doing now? Your negative thought speak is creating the reality for which you do not like. If that is the case. Versus your positive or righteous thought speak, your integritous thought speak is manifesting the life for which of the person that you are unequivocally. And I really want y'all to get out into nature more than any other time and spend at least 22 hours out into nature and really observe. Don't journal, don't hope for shit, don't write down your intentions, none of that shit. Just practice the immersion of nature And hopefully you get used to it if you haven't done it already. If y'all know me, y'all know my story. Y'all know my message. The things that have activated me is what I talk about, period. If I haven't experienced the immersion of nature, then I wouldn't be here talking about this shit. But this has just been my everyday normal experience that I'm able to translate to y'all and bring and connect the dots. I've been having a lot of downloads and a lot of endings and new beginnings in my own personal life. And it's because I study astrology. It's because I share information that helps me with the gnosis and the wisdom, that I'm in such a deep alignment with shit to the point that the way that I'm in alignment, I could have never manipulated my alignment. I just relaxed and just was grinding. I just was relaxing and learning. And I don't learn for myself. I learn for the collective. I learn for all of us. That's why I have this channel. Y'all don't have to donate to me, but please like the video. Please share the video. You know, I'm the type of person that, honestly, I'm not rich, but I've been working hard for a long time. I'm gonna just say that. So if you do donate, I'm not going to deny it, but I would really hope that you share this video. I would really hope that you took notes on this video. And I would really hope that you will go out into nature like me and my family will be tomorrow morning, as we collectively align our energy in all that is all, which is the nature realm of life. And if we could bring our understanding in unison to nature, then we'll understand that we are nature. Another thing, give offerings to the 4 directions, give offerings to the energy of Brahma. As you begin to expand in all that you seek, be sure to seek the positive and glorious things of life and seek for the expanding in that. I really need y'all to understand that your hardship is over, your anxiety is over, your depression is over. There are solutions. I live my life providing solutions to people who are willing to find the solutions. What they say, when you seek, you will find. And I've been privileged to be a person that have helped people cure ailments that doctors, psychiatrists, and psychologists and all the prescriptions in the world could not heal. I put this on my kids when I say many people have told me that they have stopped taking antidepressive medicines in exchange for microdosing. I put this on everything where psychiatrists and psychologists have referred people to psilocybin in reference to, there's nothing that we could do to help you. You must now learn how to help yourself. And that's the time that we living in. This is the expansion for those who have cognizance. This is the expansion for those who are not robots. You are not a robot. You are a human being, and you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. Stop criticizing yourself because you don't acquiesce to society. Nigga, fuck society. Fuck the internet. That shit don't matter anyways. You could be wearing some fucking corduroys right now. Wouldn't nobody give a fuck. Just be yourself. Be your true, authentic expression of yourself and close the fucking book. Close the fucking door. I imagine that if a person got a problem with me, they got a problem with themselves, because I fucking love me. I love me. Okay? So think about that as you spend your day tomorrow and these next coming weeks as we gear up for a full moon and a focus. See y'all on the flip side. Peace.